Luke 5. Well, here in Luke 5, you've got this parable of old and new things. No one tears a piece from a new garment and puts it on an old garment, because it's going to tear. The piece from the new garment will not agree with the old. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins, or else the new wine will burst the wineskins and it will be spilt and the skins will perish. But new wine must be put into new wineskins. And no one having drunk old wine immediately then desires new wine, for he says the old is better. So the new wine represents the wine of the new covenant. The blood of Jesus is like the wine. The old wine represents the old covenant. That's the law of Moses. And Jesus is saying that if we've received the new wine, we absolutely must change. We must become new. No longer can those things be merely intellectual truths which we hold in some part of our mind. Otherwise, they'll destroy us, and the wine will be spilt. It will be as if we crucified Jesus again. His blood will again be spilt on the ground and be wasted, all because we insisted on remaining the old wineskins. Jesus is pointing out to us, I think, the essential conservatism which there is in human nature. Nobody wants anything really radically new. There's always the sense that the old is better. And how things used to be is really the way that we want them to continue. We fear that which is new. We cling on desperately to that which is old and familiar, to our old patterns of thought and existence. Yet we all like to imagine, of course, that we are very liberal, open-minded people. We are eager to accept new ideas and to move forward, but actually we're all terribly conservative. It's how we are by nature. People do all kinds of things to remain in a situation which is old and familiar to them. We have a fear of radical change. We want things to essentially be as they were before, but just with some cosmetic changes. Our encounter with Jesus Christ makes us what Paul calls a new creation. All things, Paul says, have become new for us. And that's a scary prospect. I think it's why most people actually reject the gospel or the new wine, or they don't change as they need to. Let's face it, we have encountered the new wine. We therefore have no real choice but to change, and to change radically and fundamentally, and overcome that natural conservatism which I think is really part of our human nature.